Brandon Cutler here from AEW, and I hope you guys have an awesome podcast with the MonsterCast.
What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful here. You're watching the MonsterCast with Jack and Ryan. A big shout out to those fellas. Good people. Check them out.
Here's your host of the MonsterCast, the Straight Edge Monster, Jack and Ryan.
Unfortunately, today, we have to start off hot tag topics on a somber note. Some crazy shit that happened earlier on in the week, and that is the passing of Jay Briscoe. So, Jay Briscoe passed away in a car accident, head-on collision with another car. Both drivers, he and the driver of the other car, apparently have passed away. His two daughters who happened to be in the car were severely injured. We got some good news out of one of them.
Yeah, one of his daughters that was injured is apparently feeling all the way back down into her lower extremities again, which is good. They were worried that she was going to lose feeling in her legs permanently, so she's got some improvement since. But other than that, not a lot of good news coming out of that. Yeah, it's pretty out of nowhere. I remember I had texted you, and I was like, hey, this is fucking weird. So, very unexpected, especially right after they had just won the tag team titles in December. Like, they were about to the street, all the Ring of Honor stuff's coming up. They definitely been on with that. Words come out since that, obviously, Tony Khan had signed them immediately, like right when he picked up the Ring of Honor brand and all that, and that he was pretty much planning to build the entire Ring of Honor brand around him. That was his first big signing, pick up that brand. Yeah, just sad stuff. Haven't really heard anything from Mark since it happened, which is to be expected. No indication whether or not he's going to continue wrestling at all, or that's such a long way in the future too that I don't think anybody's really worried about that right now. It's want to make sure that the family's doing okay and all that. Big fundraising efforts have happened too. I know a lot of wrestlers, Tony Khan, some other people have made some pretty big donations to that. It's already way over.
Yeah, I saw Kevin Owens donated like 10 grand. That same one, just so everybody knows, and I will be putting it in the video upload of this specific segment of the show for YouTube. I will put the link for the only official money raising thing for the Pugh family, because it's not GoFundMe or Kickstarter or anything like that. It's something else.
Christian based one.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know the name of it, and I actually donated on behalf of the show. So, but yeah, I'll put the link in the description for this video. But what I was saying was, I don't know if you had already touched on it, obviously, because Konami decided he wanted to bark at the beginning of the show. But the one daughter that was in really bad condition with the possible paralyzing situation, she was able to feel her feet finally earlier yesterday, I believe, is the reports that came out. So at first it was like from her waist down, then it was from her knees down, and then it was only her feet, and now apparently she can feel her feet again after a couple surgeries or something like that, or she's going to have another surgery. Their son apparently wasn't in the car. He was at the house. I don't know where the wife was. Was the wife not in the car either? I feel like the wife wasn't in the car. Okay. But this was all leading up to a cheer meet or something like that, right?
He was taking them to a cheer practice.
Yeah, cheer practice, yeah. So it's crazy too, because like the videos started coming out of Jay doing the cheer routine with his daughter or whatever. Yeah. So that definitely hit people right in the feels as well. And you're right, Hobo Farmer definitely was sad news out of nowhere. I feel like this one hit just as hard as the Brody one, just because of the audience that they entertained was the same type of audience as the hardcore wrestling audience, obviously, because, as you know, the Briscoes were never technically on national TV for AEW or WWE. In fact, their closest thing was probably Ring of Honor and Impact. They wrestled in New Japan too, right?
Yeah, they wrestled.
Okay, that's what I thought. Obviously, that's not American national TV, but it's a big promotion.
They were tag team champions in New Japan.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be wrong. Obviously,
They were, weirdly enough, they were also they were the Never 6-Man champs. And do you know who their third was?
No, who was it?
Toru Yano.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yep.
But you saw tributes pouring in from everybody from WWE and AEW and Impact. Oh, excuse me. And then of course on the shows as well. Very classy move from NXT, by the way. For someone that had nothing to do with your promotion, has never had anything to do with your promotion besides, you know, he's worked with a bunch of people there as far as your talent goes, right? But as far as like just stopping your show on the spot after the news comes out and just acknowledging it in any kind of way, I thought was a big move for WWE. Now, I don't know if they would have done that if it was Raw or SmackDown. I'm not sure. I feel like they would have because Triple H is there, obviously. Also, there was reports long time ago when Cole was getting brought in that the Briscoes were going to be brought in with him as well. And then that didn't happen. In fact, I think Jim Cornette, who isn't high on our, you know, most liked list on the show, but he had posted a picture, or retweeted a picture of him pretending to stop them from all three going out the door. He didn't want them to go to WWE or whatever when he was in Ring of Honor. So, so they clearly had the talent to be anywhere, but of course they made some personal life mistakes. They atoned to those mistakes. All these people that are jumping all over this man, and then you've got all these other people from the community that he, you know, disparaged, saying that he was a changed man and that you could tell and that it had been forever, and like the people from that community, right? People that know him. So I think we need to really throw that out the window. And I just want to go on record and say that I think Warner Brothers Discovery sucks. I think their platform, they're killing HBO Max for one thing. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. There's a report saying that they're about to take off another Max exodus of fucking programming to go put it on other streaming platforms to get paid, which is fine, but then why have a streaming service at all? So just get rid of your streaming service, because that's what it looks like they're going towards. So that aside, obviously, because it's about Jay Briscoe, but for you to say that he can't be on your programming when you are okay with Ezra Miller playing The Flash and giving this motherfucker every opportunity to have this movie come out after all the shit he's done is fucking so hypocritical, it's ridiculous.